help you with the results section of the lab observing cellular respiration in yeast. By now you will have viewed the video of how to do your setup, and you will have selected one variable to change, and you'll have completed this section here. So this is to help you with the data part. So you need to make a raw data table for your results. Remember that my data is one of your data points. You're going to do this experiment 2 more times and collect 2 data points of your own. This will give you 3 data points. So you need a table to record your 3 data points. To do that, open up a spreadsheet and put your variable here. It may be the amount of yeast that you used, or the amount of sugar, or the different temperatures of your water. I used sugar. So I used 8 grams of sugar, 9 grams, and 10 grams. And I measured the time taken for the balloon to rise. My unit was minutes. Let's wrap this text so it's out of my way, and I'll put my data here. So my first one was 26 minutes and 54 seconds. This was 23 minutes and 42 seconds, and this one was 16 minutes and 17 seconds. Now I need to make a table, so I'm going to put in some borders, and I'm going to center it. Before I'm finished here, check one more thing. So when you click in that cell, make sure, go to number, and make sure that the number is clicked for duration all the way down here. Okay? So make sure that that is the same for all of them, right? So it should be duration. Otherwise you might get some funky data. Okay, so this is a duration. So now I have the table the way that I want it. I'm going to copy it and paste it right here where it says make a raw data table for your results. And I've pasted mine in there. Remember that the 8 grams is my data point if you did sugar. Okay, so you're doing your 2 experiments and use my data as one of your data points. Now I need to give this a title, and this is showing me the time taken for balloon to rise in different sucrose concentrations. The next thing I need to do is, through the data analysis, calculate the inverse amount of time for the balloon to rise. Put your inverse table here. So back over to my spreadsheet, I will copy and paste the variable here. My unit is inverse taken for balloon to rise, and my unit of measurement is now 1 over minutes. Again, I will wrap this text to get it out of my way. Put my formula in here, equals 1 divided by, and click on that first cell, press enter, and drag it across. And again, I'm just going to double check and make sure that those numbers are in fact a duration, so that I don't get any funny business. Okay, so those are all durations. As before, I'm going to center the data and put in some borders, copy it back over to my document here, and paste. Remember to give it a title. This is now table 2, and this is showing me the inverse time taken for balloon to rise in different sucrose concentrations. And I'm going to unbold that and change that to blue. I see I have a spelling mistake or 2 in my table, so I'm going to go back to my table and fix that. Time taken for balloon to rise, and balloon has 2 O's. Now I need to make a graph, so I'm going to highlight my inverse table, insert chart, I don't want a column chart, I can use a line chart because my units down here on the x-axis are in fact incremental. So I'll use a line chart. Now I need to give it a title. This is my first graph, so it's figure 1. Inverse time taken for balloon to rise in different sucrose concentrations. You might think of a better title than that. That's what I've got for now. And I have to also give my horizontal axis a title, and this is sucrose concentrations. And I use grams per 400 milliliters. So now both of my axes are labeled, and I have a heading, copy, go back to my document here, and paste. I'm going to update this table here because I had some spelling mistakes. Right, so that is now titled, and I have this. And that's it for the data analysis section.